And we are back in this game against Molde. Flores, the new boy, gets a goal.
Oh, yeah!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the Corners of Europe Challenge, and welcome back to Tromso, where in today's episode we have got two games coming up. One away from home in the Norwegian Cup against Charlottenlund, as you can see there in the first round. The last year's edition was actually won by Rosenborg. They managed to win it in last year's final, which was, I mean, we were saying how I don't think it's possible that that could happen, but if we take a look at the final, they hammered Molde 3-0 the scoreline, and I assume they qualified for European football as well. Yeah, they did, as you can see there. So pretty remarkable result that. But we're going to have our shot at that today. Should be a good game, probably high scoring, and hopefully we can come away with the result that we want. And speaking of Molde, we are going to be playing them. The Tromso Arena, they're coming up to us to pick up. To see if we can pick up a huge 3 points against them. If we can do that, it would only be their second loss in the league in the last 3 seasons. So very, very big game there. If we take a look at how we're doing in the league, it's only been league games since the first two in the last episode. We've had a pretty decent time. I mean, 2 draws there, which were disappointing to be honest, and then a 5-3 loss away from home. I think that was just one of them games, but we bounced back 3 wins in a row before a disappointing 3-0 loss away against Braun. But ultimately, we can bounce back. We're playing some good football, few injuries as well here and there, and if we can have a good episode here today, all of those issues would be resolved. We've got this first game of the day against Charlottenlund. Let's go and play it. So once again, apologies for the late upload today. That should be resolved by tomorrow. Something special coming up for the day of the Euros. But focusing on this game here, the team starts with Nilsson in goal, backline of Kornienko, Farnia, Myra and Ramaj at the back. We've got Bajun stepping into midfield today with Dahl and Anderson ahead of him. Norheim on the left, Kuto on the right, and Flores up top. Kick off here in this Norwegian Cup. First round tie. It's a big game for us, to kind of the start of the season. We've experienced this many times now, but I think one thing that's been missing, I mean, we did make the final actually, but we've not been too consistent really in the clubs. The fact we made a final 2 years ago is something it is crazy. I've completely forgot about that. It was the season obviously where we fell off a little bit in Europe and in the cups, as Norheim there gets our first goal of this game here. He's still in the scoring as ever with his 5th of the season. As I'm saying, it's important to go and do well in the cup. I think we need to just get a nice cup run behind us, go and to the big teams and give them some good games and make the final like we did once with this team already. Because to be able to get there again would be very, very nice, and we have to go and give it our best efforts. And these are the types of games where we have to start off our season well, continue the relatively okay start we've had, top 4 as it stands, dropping off on the points a little bit with that loss against Braun, and off the back of that loss against Braun, a win here is going to be important for us because we need to build a bit of morale back. It's a bit disappointing, the 2 losses we've had, conceded 8 and scored 3 in them, so it's not been very convincing from us. But if we bounce back, we'll be in a much better position, and I think we have to prepare to be in that position. And I think we really can go on and continue to improve in this season, and find that element that we need to go on and continue to improve in this. These are the types of games where you do go and find that, as we already lead 2-0 here, the chance to make it 3 with Dahl from that header. It's Flores who got the second goal there, our striker. He's been settling in. He's been alright in his first opening games. I mean, obviously you got to give them time. New players coming in from foreign countries, when they're joining clubs, you have to give them time. But so far I've been impressed. He's been in and around the goals, been very, very good, and you can't really ask for too much more from him in the early stages of his time here in Tromso, as all of the front line now have got, I know it isn't, I thought Anderson was playing right winger, but he's just slotted in there and got our 3rd goal of this game. A lovely finish at the back post, and yeah, we definitely look set to go on to the next round of the cup here against Charlottenlund, which is a nice name for this club. Come to their stadium, 1,500 in attendance. They've definitely got a bit of backing, but we've looks like we might have outclassed them on the day as Norheim is there. His second of the game to make it 4-0 inside 25 minutes, and this is a very, very good display from us. Exactly what we need. And yeah, going into this game against Molde, it's what we need to perform at this level at home, picking up no less than 3 points. I mean, is this the episode where we finally get that win against Molde? We've never beaten them. We've lost to a cup final in them. We've drawn against them and we nearly treated it as a win. They are just the most dominant team I think I've ever seen. As Flores gets his second goal of this game to make it 5 inside 30, and I think we know the story of this game. We're going to go on and win it 5-0 up inside 35. And yeah, if we can continue like this, we could be on for a double digits, maybe even 13 goal scoreline. You would have heard I've mentioned that quite a few times. I only deal with 13 goal scorelines, and if we can do that here, that would be quite remarkable. Everyone's in the green apart from Bajun, but he is playing in a position not natural to him, but he can play there. We're putting him there whilst Pereira is injured, and also Stengel is out, so he's the real option who we can put there and put Ramaj out to that right side who's had a good game so far here. Down that right side as Ennison finds himself on the ball, but he loses out onto this right side now where he goes. The attacking player for the Charlottenlund team, and now Flores is coming forward. Can he get on for his hat trick? He's going all the way to the left. He's going to try a square ball maybe. He goes to Norheim, edge of the area for his hat trick now, cutting all the way him. Norheim with the shot, and Runar Norheim has got a hat trick in this game here. 6-0 the scoreline now. What a goal that is. It's just a lovely bit of work to cut in, release the ball, and put that finish away to make it 6-0 inside 40 minutes. What's the momentum saying? It's all with us. Very, very impressive game, and maybe there's a few more goals even in this half as we go on the attack here. Once again, Norheim is going to try and set up Flores. Ennison plays the slip ball through Kuto into Flores. Flores with the shot. And I think this one is not going to count, unfortunately. It's going to be disallowed for an offside against Flores. It's a lovely ball through to Kuto. Kuto is not really, he's not been, I'm going to say he's not been impressive for what he gave us last year. I mean, I'll go and expose him a little bit. For what he gave us last year in the 11 goals, 9 assists in the league, he's not been up to it. He's not even scored in this season. So this is an important game for him to try and maybe find some goals for himself so he can, get his scoring campaign underway. Back post, Ennison is there. It would have fell to Kuto, but he's just not able to get there in the end. Hopefully he can find his feet and display the levels that he was showing at very important times as well last year. Hopefully we can find that from him. Ennison here, he could go back to Maro Kuto now. If he finds him, that's what he does. Kuto into Bajun. Bajun has the shot all the way. It's bending, but unfortunately, it's not able to go in there. We want the half-time whistle, ref. I think we know the story of this game. 6-0 before half-time. Maybe even time for one more. Very, very dominant display for us as Ramaj here has got a bit of space to run into. Can he find Kuto? Will he go all the way by himself? He's making a run into the box. He's getting very deep into it now, and he is tripped up there. And Flores is going to have the chance here to get the goal, to get his first hat-trick in the Tromso colours. Flores steps up, immediate run up, very, very fast with it, and he just slots it away. Lovely penalty. His first hat-trick. 2 hat-tricks in this game for Norheim and for Flores. And we go into half-time 7-0 up. I think we know the story of this game. Let's go straight over to the game against Molde. So the team for this huge game against Molde off the back of a 10-0 win in that cup game. So not really many goals in the second half, just the 3 goals, but we got the win in the end. In preparation for this game against Molde, the team, same as last time out, starts with Nilsson in goal. We got a backline of Kornienko, Farnia, Myra and Ramaj, Bajun, Dahl, Ennison in the midfield. We've got Norham on the left, Kut on the right, and Flores up top. Kick off here in this game against Molde, and there we have it. That's the end of that game, and I'll see you all again tomorrow. I don't understand. I literally do not understand how this is, how that's possible. How is that possible? Seriously, just a direct free kick, and it's as simple as that. Molde just killed the game off, but Can we go back into it? The mountains, we've been set out a mountain, but mountains are there to be climbed, and that's what we are going to do here. Dahl with the long range shot, and he's forced to save out the Molde goalkeeper. And now, 5 minutes in this game is livening up a little bit, and this is exactly what we want to see. Bit of action, at home. This is what the fans want to see, and our home record is at threat. We wouldn't want to lose it. We didn't lose them at home last year, so we wouldn't want to have the same happen here as Kuto tries to play a cross in there. He got a goal as well in the second half of that game last time out, so hopefully that helps his morale a little bit. And yeah, if he can find some goals in this game, that would be greatly appreciated. Kornienko from this corner, where can he deliver it? Dahl near post, is he going to reach for it? He is going to reach for it, but he doesn't manage to win it. Ramoj plays the edge of the area, Flores is there! And we are back in this game against Molde. Flores, the new boy, gets a goal here in this game. 1-1 after 7 minutes, and we have got a game on our hands here against Molde. I want to beat them so bad. I actually cannot stand losing against them because it's so insufferable when they just win all the time. Like, you know what, fair play, whatever, but I want to beat them for once. And to be fair, early on in this game, I mean their only shot all game had an XG of 0.01, a 1% chance of that going in. And of course, it had to. Molde always getting that good bit of luck, aren't they, to try and win games, and there could be another chance for them. As the shot goes in, it's a big save from Nelson to get down there and deny that shot. 20 minutes in here, the score all tied at 1-1. Bit of defending required from us from this corner, and look who it is delivering the ball. Nordas plays this ball in, and the header has gone in. Oh, Nordas, man, what are you doing? My friend, you gotta come back to us. When I don't even know. I actually don't know anymore. How do we beat a team like Molde? What do we even do? Do we just, I don't know. Do we go ultra attacking? Do we go ultra defensive and hope for an own goal? A mistake at the back from their keeper? I'm not too sure. But yeah, 2-1 the scoreline now here, but we could be on for 2-2. Edison, he's caught the keeper lacking, and Flores is there in the middle. Oh, that would be so annoying if there's an offside flag in this. No way, no way, there cannot be. I think it might be, but if the arms do go in the air, this could be a great goal for us. The decision is goal disallowed. Now that is so frustrating. And what can you do, really? Still time to go back into this game for us, but that is a bit of a kick in the teeth, especially that since who was it on? Was it Edison rounded the keeper, and we weren't able to find the goal. But what can you do, really? 35 minutes gone in this game, 3 goals already here. A loss here would not do as much favours in trying to go top 3. I think top 3 is definitely the goal that we want. It's guaranteed Conference League football, if not better. So we do want to get there. And I mean, once we pass this Molde game, we should have some better games. But it's we do need to win our games. We cannot be slacking off, and you don't want to drop off. I think we've had a good start, but at the same time, we need to improve, get more results if we can. Kornienko with this free kick. It's a lovely free kick, but it hits the woodwork, and he's not able to convert it. So close, but not on this occasion is he able to convert. We've got 35 minutes here to try and find a goal. I mean, we've been in this position before. Can we go on and pick up some points? Rob Molde of, I mean, if we can even find 2 goals, we'd inflict their first loss in the league this year and for most of last year, and then the season before they went invincible as well. So they've lost 1 game in the last 3 seasons, which is crazy. It doesn't look like it's going to come if we don't find it soon. As the Molde players come on the attack here, I'll make a few changes, see what we can do, tinker with a few of these few of the players here. We'll bring a few of them off. Kuto can come off for Svensson, who's been good since his return. I've been pleased with how he's been playing in the midfield as well. Who do we bring off? Anderson or Dahl? I think we'll bring off Dahl just because he's not had a better game than Anderson, really. Stenjao just returning from injury. So we'll give him a few minutes here to see if he can make an impact. Svensson now, where will he go? Will he go to the right or the left? He goes to the right into Ramoj. Flores over the top, but he doesn't even contest that ball. So disappointing in the end. And we've got 5 minutes to try and find a goal here. Can we find it? Or is it going to be another loss against Molde, and that header from Nordas, it's a bit of a mistake at the back. It's all messed up, and the goal does go in, and we're on for another loss against Molde. Our home record is done for this season. So disappointing, really. I remember, when I was at Real Sociedad, the first 2 seasons, well, the only 2 seasons, one home loss in the league in the whole time in 2 seasons. And what can you do, really? Been outclassed on the day by Molde, and ultimately it's a loss. But what can you do, really? So unfortunately not able to get the win in that game against Molde. Very, very disappointing. But what can you do, really? I'll see you again for Corners of Europe on Saturday now. Tomorrow we've got a special one-off episode of something. It's Euros fever, and it starts tomorrow. And you know what? I thought I might get involved in on the content and make a nice little video to kickstart the month of European football. Once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave with this little tune, and I'll see you again tomorrow for that video. Thank you. Bye bye.